Alright, also look. Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, we're going to be discussing why I truly believe that Alex Pereira's loss to Magomed Ankalaev during UFC 313 was something that we all needed. Not only as fans, but as the entire MMA community as a whole. And whoa! Before you poetards click off the video and hit me with the fattest dislike ever, I ain't dissing your king. I just believe that at this current stage in the UFC, Alex Pereira truly needed to lose his belt for not only the health as well as longevity of the light heavyweight division, but also the heavyweight division, respectfully. And so with all that being said, without further ado, let's get right in to the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share so you can help me reach 1,000 subscribers by May. I'll deeply appreciate you. And make sure you join the official UFC Discord, link in the description. Alright, so look, listen dog, there's just no sugarcoating it at this point, and Pereira losing to Magomed Ankalaev was a pretty tough pill to swallow. And look, for fans including myself who were riding with Alex Poatan, this defo felt like a slap in the face. But if you really took the time to not only step back, but to really look at the bigger picture, I mean, this loss might have actually been a blessing in disguise when you think about it. And look, to the 5 Magomed Ankalaev fans out there, please go right ahead and take your victory lap while you still can, because understand this. There's a silver lining to all of this, and one that actually benefits not only the light heavyweight division, but also the heavyweight division, as well as the entire sport as a whole. And you see, when you think about it, the UFC were kinda at a crossroads, honestly. Trying to balance the pure meritocracy aspect of the sport with, the spectacle that drives the pay-per-view sales, as well as the entertainment aspect of the sport. And as we all know, Alex Poatan Pereira quite literally embodies that entire entertainment aspect of the sport. I mean, he's the action-packed, highlight reel KO artist, as well as the new golden child of the UFC. While on the other hand, Magomed Ankalaev sorta represents that, grinded out, merit-based school of mixed martial arts. And so by Alex Poatan losing, the UFC might have actually unlocked a much healthier competitive structure across both divisions, particularly in setting up the long-awaited Johnny Turinabol Jones versus Tom Aspinall matchup. But hold up, let's take it back real quick, because this is all about Alex Pereira. And so when speaking about Alex Pereira's rise, we can all say that without a shadow of a doubt, his rise was undoubtedly fueled by a narrative. And, he was obviously fast-tracked because of his rivalry with the last stylebender, Israel Adesanya. But regardless though, there is no doubt that he earned his spot by beating the cream of the crop of top contenders in both the middleweight and light heavyweight divisions respectfully. But without a doubt, the road was definitely paved a lot smoother for him than it were other champions in the past. And so you see, if Pereira had won, he likely would have either gone up to the heavyweight division to take on Johnny Turinabol, or defended his title against another handpicked striker, most likely a Carlos Ulberg, off of a win against Jan Blachowicz. And look, that's great for the entertainment aspect of the sport, but at the same time, it leaves the light heavyweight division in a weird place. And if Alex Pereira had beaten Magomed Ankalaev, who else was next? A recycled Jamal Hill matchup, or a Yuri Prochazka trilogy? Hell nah, come on now. Now with Magomed Ankalaev as champion, the light heavyweight division now has fresh and new blood. I mean, the title picture doesn't necessarily have to revolve around one superstar anymore, and it now becomes a battle royale, so to speak. This time around, a rematch between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira becomes a high-stakes matchup. And if Magomed Ankalaev can come out victorious for a second time against Alex Poatan, then it 1,000,000% legitimizes his reign. And if Alex Poatan, on the other hand, can come back and become a 2-time light heavyweight champ, then it's an even bigger storyline. Meanwhile, this also means that Johnny Turinabol has no choice but to finally fight Tom Aspinall. for the love of God. And with Pereira now out of the equation, both the light heavyweight and the heavyweight divisions can't stall up anymore. No more talk of Pereira skipping the line for a super fight with Johnny Turinabol anymore. Now, Aspinall versus Jones is the only fight that makes sense, and that's the only fight that the fans actually want to see. But when you also look at it from a different perspective, this fight between Alex Pereira versus Big Ank kinda symbolized a clash between two schools of thought in the mixed martial arts scene. Where on one side you've got the entertainment driven type of matchmaking where the big names and the exciting finishes sorta dictate who gets the opportunities. Where on the other hand you've got the MMA hardcores who sorta want rankings and merit to determine who should get the title shots. And I personally think that if we can use our brains, we can obviously come to realize that Alex Pereira represents the spectacle. The fast track to the titles, headlining massive cards, and, delivering brutal knockouts. Where Magomed Ankalaev, on the other hand, represents, the grind, the slow climbing up the ranks and taking on tough competition, and, winning through sheer dominance rather than highlight reel clickbait. Not to say that Alex Poatan didn't win his fights through sheer dominance and hard work, it's just that Alex is a bigger star than Magomed Ankalaev. Period. And so with that being said, I believe that Alex Poatan losing, it might have actually been a way for the MMA gods to sorta bring balance back to not only the light heavyweight and heavyweight divisions, but the UFC as a whole. Because look, no matter what you do, whether it's, hand-picking fights or granting stylistic blessings, you can't always manufacture storylines. Sometimes the best fights have to be earned, not given. And so Magomed Ankalaev winning kind of means that there are no more skips in the line anymore, and every title fight needs to be legitimized. And I just feel as though, had Pereira won, the light heavyweight division would have sort of been at a standstill. I mean, he would have vacated the belt and moved up to the heavyweight division, but it would have also, once again, left the division scrambling to crown another new champion, kind of like how it did with Yuri Prochazka and Jamal Hill. But now there's clarity, and with Magomed Ankalaev as their champion, I believe that both the light heavyweight and the heavyweight divisions move forward naturally. And potential fights like a Magomed Ankalaev versus Jan Blachowicz 2 or a showdown with Yuri Prochazka make a lot more sense now. Meanwhile, Alex Pereira gets the chance to, redeem himself, which only adds to the drama to their already heated storyline. And at heavyweight, things are getting even more exciting. Because with Pereira now out of the picture, Johnny Turinabol versus Tom Aspinall is just an inevitability just waiting to happen. And at the same time, we can maybe get a Cyril Gane versus a Gelton Almeida. And if booked, would be a realistic fight to make, meaning that the cream of the crop at the heavyweight division are finally getting structured matchups instead of just random super fight rumors. And if Johnny Turinabol refuses to fight Big Tom, without any hesitation, strip his ass ASAP. Pause. And so in return, we can get a maybe Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane matchup for the vacant title instead. You can't tell me that ain't a win-win situation for both the fans and the fighters. Because with Johnny Turinabol out here getting the last steroid bender haircuts or whatnot, you don't know what's coming next. So yeah, man, to basically sum everything up, UFC 313 with Alex Pereira losing sucked major balls. Of course it did. But in the grand scheme of things, it might have actually been necessary, honestly. Because without this shakeup in the UFC timeline, we might have not have gotten John Jones versus Tom Aspinall as an inevitable fight in the not so distant future. And it could have been bad news for both of the division's top contenders eyeing the title. Plus, the light heavyweight division stays competitive and, the heavyweight division gets a bit of clarity. And to top it all off, Johnny Turinabol is finally forced into a real challenge. The sport benefits, and in the long run, so does the fans. And so, in a weird way, you've got my thanks, Magomed Ankalaev. But that's all I've got to say for this video. Let me know in the comment section below. What are your guys' thoughts on UFC 313's outcome with Alex Poatan losing to Magomed Ankalaev? And, what are your guys' overall thoughts? Do you think that, Big Ank becoming our new light heavyweight champion was ultimately better for the UFC than Pereira staying champ and, going up a division to fight Johnny Trinaball? Let me know in the comment section below. But that about wraps up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.